So I actually logged into Instagram on a particular day. There's this group for vendors and sellers. It's like you can actually make an anonymous post saying that you want to get a seller for this kind of thing, and then they should reach you out on this number. You can make an anonymous post and drop your phone number so that it can be reached by the particular vendor. I know it's more like women in Enugu actually. So I signed into that group, and there was this lady that made a post, an anonymous post. She said she was stressed out. She was tired of life, and um I think she had 3 or 4 kids, and she was so stressed out, and her husband wasn't even understanding. The man was complaining, maybe she wasn't doing enough and all that. So she needed someone to recommend a hospital where she could have like an arrangement where she would come in and they'll give her a drip of bed for like 1 week, and tell the husband that she's very sick, she needs rest. I mean, I'm talking about 1 week away from the kids, 1 week away from her husband, and of course 1 whole week away from housework. Like if you've been married and you even have 1 kid, you totally understand, you totally relate. So looking at that, like a lot of people dropped comments. Someone said, oh yes, she had already had a procedure like that. There was this hospital where the doctor was so understanding, and the doctor did something like that for her. I think the lady did hers for like 2 weeks or thereabout. So the husband, they were just giving her a drip, like they were just giving her normal saline or something, and told the husband that she was, severely sick and everything. Women do all these things to run away from housework. God, it's so frustrating. I totally understand. Like, I've been married 4 years. This is my fourth year in marriage. So this is like my anniversary video. I normally don't make this kind of videos on my channel, but on this particular anniversary of mine, I decided that I was going to do a little bit of an exception and make a video on things that women should know, and things that I wish sons were trained on by their mothers, their fathers, society, before eventually venturing into this institution called marriage. First of all, if you're a woman and your husband tells you um we're never going to get help in this marriage. We're not going to get any form of assistance. You're not going to get a house help. You're not going to get someone to look after the kids. Babe, before you say I do, run for your life. Like, it's going to choke you. And for a guy, I believe it's highly insensitive. Yes, people that are not married, you probably don't understand until you eventually get married. I mean, the man, even the woman somehow, especially if you never really had friends that have been married, or you've never really been very close to people that are married and seen the kind of challenges they go through, you might never really understand. So in the euphoria, the excitement of I want to get married, I want to get married and all that, you just rush and you say, yes, so having house help is just for lazy people. Hey, house help is just for people that don't want to take care of their families, blah blah blah. Who told you? Like, having a kid is a big deal. Okay, where did I stop? Okay, I was talking about a man insisting that his wife would never get help. Let the woman be the one to say, I don't want help. Yes, I know it affects both ways. I know it affects you, it affects the woman, I know it affects everybody, I know it affects the children, I know it affects your family. But let the woman be the one to say, look, I don't want to get help, I don't need house help, I don't want people to maltreat my kids and all that. Let it not be the man. You know why? Because the man is not the one doing the job. The woman is the one who has to take care of the kids. The woman is the one who has to clean up the house. In as much as the man says, oh, I'm going to be very helpful. This is me looking at you in 3D. Helpful. The man does the job, let's say from 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. or thereabouts. Maybe by the time he's coming back home, it's already 7 p.m. or something like that. And then it's already 7 p.m. and you think, woman, listen, you think that when he comes back that tired, he's going to help you take care of the kids. Maybe he could. There are some men, they are good men. I'm not saying they are not bad. They are bad if they are trying not, if they don't help you with housework. That's not what I'm saying. No. So that I don't go and say I said what I didn't say. He will help you with the kids. He will mop the house for you so that it will be sparkling. Are you sure you can deal with that? Of course, it will not happen. He would wash your plates when he comes back by 6, 7 p.m. Even if he does like an 8 to 4 p.m. job, he comes back and let's say it's 5 p.m. or thereabouts. You think he's actually really going to do those things for you? He will remove the cobwebs in the house, mop the house for you, clean the gas cooker. Nah, think again. Oh. So if a man tells you before you get married, like before you get to say the I do, before the actual marriage, he tells you you're never going to get help. Sit down with him and redefine your terms. Sit down with him and have that talk with him and tell him that, look, I'm not going to do this. You're the one who's going to be stressed out. Like the woman is primarily the one who's going to be stressed out. I know a lot of people are going to argue, oh, there are good men out there who eventually are going to help with the housework. Blah, blah, blah. To what extent? Are we actually being realistic here? Like, I mean, we really being realistic. Sometimes the man comes back and then, yes, it was an arrangement. Oh, you and your wife, you agreed that you're going to be very helpful and all that. He wants to help. He's tired. So somehow there's just this natural predisposition to just, you know what, just open Facebook, scroll through feeds while he watches you cook, take care of the kids all by yourself. And it was just because you agreed. Are you serious? Please. I can't even emphasize enough on this particular issue. Never ever agree on this issue. If you try to discuss it with your fiance over and over again, reasons why you're definitely not going to run through that marriage without the option of getting help at any point, you'd really need to think about it. You need to rethink about it. Then another thing too is you can actually say I don't want a living help. Maybe the man says he doesn't want a living help. People can both come to a compromise. You can have a help that comes, cleans and goes, comes, takes care of the kids and go. And then what are the man's fears concerning having help? One of the fears might actually be abusing the kids, maltreating the kids, blah blah blah, and all of that. Find a way, find a neutral ground to get past that. You know that his those his fears. Things like setting up CCTV cameras, this might be quite pricey. You see that issue of, oh, treat the house help well, the house help is going to stay with you, the house help is not going to maltreat the kids. Wash. It doesn't always work. From my experience, I just know it doesn't always work. Some people are naturally wicked. They're going to be wicked to your kids. Whether you treat them well or you don't treat them well, they're going to be very mean to your kids and all that. Then secondly, on finances, on the issue of finances, you've been with this guy for a while. I wouldn't advise you to just meet someone in August, marry him by September, tell me it's the will of God, is a miracle marriage. Like, are you okay? Are you even thinking? Cut the guy, get to know him, get to know his financial footprints, get to know his financial predispositions. He does it, do his hands burn money? Does money burn his fingers? Like every time money comes into his fingers, he just wants to like boom, boom, like burn the money and all that. If he's the kind of person that likes to spend frivolously, a family account is the last thing you would ever want to agree to. I'm serious. Like the whole joint account, family account. You wouldn't want to have a joint account with someone who has a potential of burning down your whole family finances. You wouldn't want that. So please stay away from such. Then besides that, even if, okay, let's say he's very prudent with money, he keeps money well, he doesn't spend frivolously, you would also want to have your own personal account separately from the family account. He should also have his personal account separately from the family account. It's not like you earn 1 million in a month, you pay everything into family accounts. I mean, you should still maintain your individuality. I want to make my hair. I want this particular color of lashes. I want this particular color of nails. You should be able to just go and pick it up, like without necessarily having to consult the family account, without necessarily having to start doing project defense. You want to collect money, you want to collect money every time you want to go to family account to buy something. Like it's you have to consult your spouse and everything. Somehow it breeds resentment, it breeds anger. Still maintain your own personality. Then for men, These are things that I wish someone should actually tell men. Guys, ha, I just tire for some of you, Sha. Look, you come back home. Okay, let's say you're not stressed out. Let's say it's a weekend. I see guys all the time do this kind of things. It's a weekend, you're at home, your wife is in the kitchen cooking. A lot of women dread weekends because it's too long. Their kids are not in school, the kids are there stressing them out. They have to do the house chores, they have to take care of their husbands, they have to do practically everything, and yet the guy is not helping. Let's say the guy is in a parlor, he's either working on his laptop or he's watching TV and listening to some jokes on YouTube, Facebook, whatever social media it is, and the woman is there slaving herself in the kitchen. You don't help do anything. When she's done slaving herself cooking in the kitchen, I'm not saying that cooking is slavery, please. When she's done cooking in the kitchen, she does the dishes, she mops the house, she serves the food. Let's even assume that she's not hungry. After eating, you leave the food on the table. Are you okay? Who did that to you? Like, who told you that your wife is supposed to be your slave? Stand up and do something for yourself. It's part of growing up. Okay, so now sometimes the women actually have kids, maybe young kids that pull on themselves. Let's say 3 months, 6 months. Oh, please just take care of this child. After so much arguments, you agree to just look after the child. Like, you're watching your TV, you're looking at the child, and then you find out that your child pulls. Your wife is in the kitchen cooking, and you start calling her, honey, this child has poo poo. Are you okay? Like, are you thinking this is a woman that you carried from her father's house? This is a woman you're supposed to care for, a woman you're supposed to adore. Now you're putting all the work in the whole world on her head. Is it fair? Like, you should actually be reasonable. If it were you, would you be happy? Then later at night, you now want to ride her like a horse. This is me looking at you in 3D and telling you that there is God. Because sex is psychological. You wouldn't think that, oh, all of a sudden she's going to be all gushing liquid and everything just to satisfy you after you've treated her like a slave all day. You expect her to come and clean the poop while cooking. I mean, like, she's supposed to combine those both, the messy one, the food thing. I know she wash her hand afterwards, but what are you doing? What are you actually doing to assist her? This woman, most times, women work also to contribute to the family financially, and they contribute to the family financially. So does the man actually help in doing domestic chores? As a man, train yourself to help. Even when it feels okay, even when you just feel like it's the easier thing for you to do, just you just come back from work, you rest. You know that the woman would actually go to work, come back, she would not rest. She has to take care of her kids, she has to clean her house, she has to clean the house for you and make it very conducive for the kids. Try and do the much that you can to make life easier, and a lot of things are just going to fall into place gradually. So far, these are just basically the things that I want to say about this video. So if you like this video, please do like this, just drop a like. If you're new to my channel, my name is Eberechi Igwe Obonna, and I'm the creative director of Eric's Academy of Fashion and the author of the books Pattern Making for the Shapely African Woman and Advanced Pattern Mastery for the African Woman. So you can just like this video, subscribe, and if you're in Enugu and you want to register for any fashions, you want to register to learn everything about female fashion, everything about female dressmaking, visit us at 48 Nenny Street, opposite Queen School, Ogui New Layout, Enugu. I'm going to drop the link to the address in my description box, and I'm also going to drop the link to my Facebook pages and all our other social media handles. Thank you for watching. You can actually comment, you can actually drop your comments on the next videos you want me to make. You can actually drop your comments on things you like and things you wish that women knew before getting married or men knew before getting married, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.